How are you?
I am fine. Thank you.
Yeah. What's your name?
My name's Katie.
Well, good to meet you.
Uh-huh.
I'm Brad. I work for the congressman.
Yep, I've seen you in the Springfield office.
Yeah, nice. If you want to, if you can definitely give us a call. I know that we're trying to work in a meeting with Elizabeth, and there's so many. We have so many meetings that we're filling in, and we're trying to work people in. Absolutely. So anyway, thanks for your advocacy.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely.
Maggie, how's it going? Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Okay, yeah. Good luck, Betsy. But
when I vote on a bill, I have a yes button and a no button. I don't have a perfect button.
I know, but
So I don't have a perfect button. So thank you. None of those bills you mentioned are correct. So I have to make a determination. The 710,000 people I represent, where do they come down and where do I come down? So on that specific issue, I made the determination that I thought it was best to vote the way that I did, and that I think that was reflected in my.
mentally
Yes.
disabled to have guns.
Yeah. Well, that you're free.
Elizabeth, how about we set up a phone call actually later on,
Hold on,
and we
I
can
already
do
asked
that.
you. I want to talk to Representative LaHood. Okay?
Absolutely.
I have tried for 3.5 weeks.
Absolutely.
So
We're working on a meeting.
And Representative LaHood, I actually was on a conference call with you in Springfield on the anniversary of Obamacare, and you actually specifically told me that you would make sure that there's legislation that would protect pre-existing conditions, and I didn't see that in that bill.
So if you look at the bill, the fact we added $8 billion more for pre-existing conditions, which was an amendment.
That adds funding, but that doesn't add protection.
And has pre-existing conditions protected in that bill. I've been the sponsor of that. I've said that has to be in there. What I've said all along is we need to keep what's worked in Obamacare, which we did in that bill, and figure out how we drive down costs. That's the biggest issue. So on the Second Amendment issue, listen, I think you can't arbitrarily discriminate against people that are law-abiding citizens. If you look at that particular provision, law-abiding citizens that meet all the requirements should not be discriminated against.
Well, if there's a law against, they aren't.
So,
If
and
they're
you look at all the
mentally
different,
disabled.
but
Could you
it wasn't
remind me
just
your name
me, but
Katie
if you look at
Lancaster.
all the different
Great.
groups that were supportive of that.
The NRA.
Well, but many other ones.
Huge
But
lobbyists.
I mean, I met with a lot of those people that live in my district, farmers, business people, that said, why should I be discriminated against? I am not supportive of discriminating against people.
That's great. I have kids though. I'm thinking of Sandy Hook. I am thinking of Columbine. I am thinking of the Orlando shooting, which was, and these people. I mean, there needs to be. I don't have a
So
problem
on that,
with people.
on that issue, we're going to have to agree to disagree. So I'm sorry. There's some issues that we'll agree on, and I'll look forward to working with you on others. And there's a lot of people in my district that, we're not going to agree on everything. And I knew that going into this job that, you just have to make the best decision, and then you got to go before the voters.
Disappointed.
Well, hey, you know what? You're not the only person. People are disappointed in some of my votes. People are happy with them, and that's part of the job. But I try to look at them, every single one, from the standpoint of the people that I represent, whether they're farmers or business folks or senior citizens or veterans, and try to make the best vote I can. But again, what I say is, when I vote on all these things, I got a yes button and a no button, but not a perfect button.
Wouldn't you say the shootings though in our country have gotten out of control? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We agree.
So,
All right,
Thanks.
are you
Thanks for
are you
coming
gonna
out.
release the numbers of how many people agreed to the the Trump care? That how many people actually called you up and said this is?
That would be great.
The reason why I had my town hall
Mm-hmm.
and had 800 people there and stayed there for 2.5 hours is to do that. And I look forward to continuing to engage in people.
But you're going to release the numbers of how many people that said you should vote yes for this versus how many said you should vote no. How many people actually called your office and said this?
We've already talked about all the people we've interacted with all the time, and I'll continue to do that. Everybody that calls my office or writes me, I see it. I see it every single day.
But you're going to release those numbers
And that's why I come back every single weekend to my
to be
district.
transparent.
Listen, I'd be happy to share with you or talk to you further about
Okay.
every one of my surveys and everybody that calls and writes my office. I look at all of them
Okay.
every single day.
All right.
Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Appreciate it very much. Great to see you.